Money Vikings, Money Viking G here. Welcome back. Thank you very much for checking us out. I have a very, very important review of recent things happening with Bitcoin for you today, which I think will absolutely help us all build wealth. And again, please like and subscribe. Check out our blog, truewealth.moneyvikings.com, because for 7 years, Jerry and I have been bringing every single idea to the table for normal middle-class folks like me to build wealth. And that's exactly what we're doing. And it's working. And it really is working. And so on that topic, I want to talk about Bitcoin because it's very, very, very important. Bitcoin is going to explode. And I know that's a very bold statement, but you have to look at the facts right now. And please keep in mind, put this on in the background. Please listen to this information all the way through. And please keep in mind my history a little bit. I am not your typical crypto guy. I have been involved with Bitcoin for 6 years or so. But have I completely is that all I talk about? No, I don't talk about that all. I have done traditional real estate investing, traditional equities investing, bonds, etc., portfolio construction, all the different ways that middle-class people can thrive and build wealth in the world. And, everything from frugal living to inflation defense systems that we've had to deal with over the last few years. And after 20 plus years now of investing and studying this stuff, that is how I have arrived at Bitcoin as another tool in your wealth building toolbox. And I'll explain why. Every asset, I'm seeing the things out there. First of all, there's a lot of financial gurus that will not even talk about Bitcoin or crypto. They just think it's some fringe, weirdo movement of, online freaks and ghouls. And that is a very, very lame perspective. That is not a correct perspective at all, in my mind. Sure, there's all kinds of crazy things going on the internet. There's all kinds of strange people in the world. I get all that. But that's across every kind of investing and everything in life. Bitcoin, in my mind, as a Gen Xer, I can just see the draw and appeal to investing in an asset like Bitcoin, which I see clearly as digital gold, but much better than gold. It's like gold on steroids, gold 2.0, whatever you want to call it. It's not a shiny, yellowish, greenish metal that got drug out of the ground and whatever. And Bitcoin serves an important point you have to understand for the younger generations and the older generations, for everyone really. Bitcoin is absolutely democratized. It's absolutely decentralized. No one entity can control it and can manipulate it. Now, there's a lot of entities that are buying a lot of it, but I would like to see a lot of people own some of it. I think that would be healthier for Bitcoin in the long run. But you are in that early adoption stage. It's not the earliest adoption, of course. That would have been, before. But I do believe we're still in the early stages. And let me throw out some facts as to why that is. So first of all, you realize just recently, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, whatever you think of him or whatever you think of BlackRock, they're the largest asset manager, I think, in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think they're one of the largest firms in the world. Larry Fink is the CEO. He believes that Bitcoin could easily go to 700,000 if you get different institutions adding 1-2% of their overall portfolio to Bitcoin, again, as digital gold, hedge against inflation, something that's actually finite, something that can be easily transferred back and forth as value among humans. And that's what it is. It's digital gold. It's a kind of digital currency, although I understand that people aren't using it to buy a cup of coffee right now. But who knows in the future? We don't know. You have to keep an open mind. I think we all do. We have to keep an open mind. If you've lived a while, if you really think back on your life, think about the things that you've seen change. Think about the fact that the majority of humanity now walks around with a smartphone in their hand, with access to almost all of the world's information. I mean, that, guys, is mind-blowing. Why can't we have a digital currency like Bitcoin? Why can't we? Just expand your mind a little bit. That's what I had to do. It took me time. 6 years ago, definitely, Jerry and I'd get together. Jerry introduced me to the whole thing. Total skeptic, wasn't quite understanding the whole thing. But after you've lived a while and you've invested in things, you understand the point. The second thing I want to add, you got to look into Senator Lummis. So Senator Lummis was just appointed the Senate Banking Committee Digital Assets Chair. Okay, Senate Banking Committee Digital Assets Chair. Senator Lummis has been meeting with the president for many months now, has been meeting with other leaders, other industry leaders, etc., for the formation of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. If the United States buys Bitcoin and it becomes a Bitcoin strategic reserve, then you're going to see the price of a Bitcoin just continue to rise. That's just the bottom line. Many other countries will follow suit. And then just today, Donald Trump announced at Davos that the United States will be the world capital of AI and crypto. So guys, the writing's on the wall. It's clear as can be. This is going up. It's going up in value. The demand is about to go exponential. It just is. It's a fact. And the supply is finite. Now, that's Bitcoin. I put crypto in 3 categories. Bitcoin goes in its very own category. It is the digital gold. That's how I see it. 21 million ever, finite supply, etc., completely decentralized. Then there are crypto projects. Crypto projects are not decentralized. They're owned by people. They can be managed and manipulated and coded by people. These are the things like Solana, Ethereum. There's hundreds of them. Ripple. Okay, those are some of the big ones. Those are trying to solve a decentralized finance problem or a smart contracts problem of some kind. So they're trying to be a new form of contracts. They're trying to be a new form of decentralized finance where you're not going to a bank. You're able to, I don't know. A lot of this stuff is a little bit mind-blowing, but that's a second tier. Bitcoin, in my mind, is king as digital gold. Then you have the crypto projects, which are trying to solve a problem. Then there's the gambling. The gambling are the meme coins, okay? The Doge coin and the this coin and the Shiba Inu, all these different things. There's tons of those as well. And frankly, I kind of think they can give crypto a bad name sometimes, but they're started as jokes. They become like cultural expressions, they become this cultural phenomenon, kind of I almost think of them as collectibles. It's a strange way to think about it, but it's like a digital collectible. And you're signaling something to the world about your values and about yourself or the way you think, I believe. That's my take on it. I'm probably too old now to understand it. So I don't play around with that too much. The occasional Doge or Shibu, but I'm not messing around with that. To me, Bitcoin is paramount. And then you have the projects. Then there's the meme coins. So anyway, you got to understand 3 levels. Okay. Bitcoin strategic reserve. You guys have to realize something from a political standpoint. The Trump administration and the Republican Party control every lever and aspect of government in the United States at the moment, and at least for the next couple of years. That means it's going to be pretty easy for them to pass everything that they want to pass. And so you have to realize if there's something they want to get done, like a Bitcoin strategic reserve, now is the golden time. So you just have to keep that reality in mind. So where am I at? If you've invested for a few decades, you've continued to learn about investing and currencies and etc. Other countries mainly, my US listeners, please, please, please hear me out on this. This is very, very, very important. Okay. We do not understand. We have had it pretty good, is my point. Up until the last couple of years, we had a couple of years of bad inflation. But for the majority of the time before that, we had it pretty good with our currency. Inflation was low. The value of our currency was pretty strong for a long time. So we don't have a good sense of what people in other countries go through when it comes to their currencies. In other countries, people regularly see their currencies devalued. China's going to have to print a ton more money just to keep their system afloat. It's just the reality. They have major demographic problems and economic problems on the horizon. And happening now. So the point is, fiat is troubled in a lot of ways. I don't think it's going away. I think there's a place for a strong dollar, and there's a place. See, I take a rational, balanced approach to these things. I'm not the type of person that says it's all going this way, but you don't know. You never know. It could. But anyway, you have to understand that there's a U.S. perspective and a non-U.S. perspective that you have to be aware of. Okay. The bottom line is I am going to continue to do what I've talked about. Again, nothing about what we talk about on our channel or at truewealth.moneyvikings.com is financial advice. Nothing. We're not your financial advisors. I'm explaining what I'm doing and what we are doing to build wealth as middle-class people. And I'm still thinking 2 to 5% of assets, dollar costing average, to increase that over time into things mainly like Bitcoin. I think that's a strong position over the next couple of years, and I believe it will create a little more alpha, maybe a lot more alpha, for a diversified portfolio of assets. So I hope this helps you all. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share. Put the bell button notification on. We have new videos every week, and I really appreciate your support. So take care and good luck with everything. Goodbye.